Welcome to week 5 of the 52-week Dreamer Challenge. So this week I've been reflecting on what am I willing to trade to achieve my dream? Because it's not our words or our dreams or our ideals or our Pinterest boards or our Todoist or little task checker boxes that really matter. It's actually the actions are the things that write our life story, and it's us at the end of the day that, even if we don't reflect on that and think about that, are holding ourselves accountable consciously or at least subconsciously. And it's something that we have to forever live with. And so, whether you want to make those trade-offs or those costs or take the actions to overcome those obstacles to work on your dream, to actually realize them, then I think, for me, it's like I love spending time with family. I love meeting new people. I love diving and doing like deep dives into investments and finances. I love making excuses for writing, especially when they're rational. Like, need to do these chores, need to do these dishes, like could take care of this, need to go like pay these bills, need to go like cook some food and stuff. And it's like, yeah, all that's true. Like, we're not doubting that. But if you're not doing the thing that you say is the dream, then why even lie to yourself in that capacity? Like why do we do that? I think for me, it's because it feels gratifying. It feels like if we say that we're actually going to work on the thing, and even if we don't really work on it because of all these other things, it somehow feels like we actually made progress toward the thing, when in reality, like, we actually haven't, and it put more of a hindrance, if anything, because now we've built up this negative habit of not being truthful and honest to ourselves, as well as to the dream that we're trying to achieve. And the priority, at the end of the day, our priorities are laid bare by the actions that we took, and what's not a priority is written in the actions we didn't take. So words have magic to them. Words used as verbal commitments, like, words obviously carry energy. And yet actions are the multiplier of that. Like, you could have the biggest verbal commitment in the world, but in that equation of achieving the writing and words, like putting words on the page at the end of the day, doesn't matter at all. I could create the greatest YouTube content right now in video, but it doesn't matter if I don't hit post, if I don't put in the time. Like, for writing, I could sit around and talk about writing all day with critique groups and, with friends, and like reading books on writing and listening to podcasts on writing and how to be a better writer, and like, and none of that matters. None of that matters, because what matters is actually doing the work. And that's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that pushes it forward. I'm not saying thinking about, like, studying, like, refining your skill set, meeting other peers, getting together, like, that stuff adds to it. Yet the single biggest factor, and like the multiplier of it all, so any multiplier in any equation, if it's 0, then it negates everything else. So it's like, you could be the most intelligent, capable writer in the world. You could be the most studied and well-versed YouTuber in the world. You could be the greatest parent in the world from studying and reading all these things. But until you put that into reality, not only is it all theoretical, but you're not actually putting it out into the world. So, it's nice to have the Pinterest boards. It's nice to have the to-doist list. It's nice to have the things check off and make us feel good. I know I've used them all in the past. But at the end of the day, it's our actions that write our life stories. And at the end of every day and every week and every month and every year and at the end of our lives, we'll be looking back on and we'll know, did we do the things that we actually really loved and cared about? Or are we actually going to remember doing all those dishes like before they actually needed to be done instead of writing? Or are we going to think about, man, I really wish I would have written that book. I really wish I would have reached out to that loved one that we became estranged. And God, it would have been nice to reconnect with them. I really wished I would have pursued that side hustle and see if I could turn that into something. So, yeah, those are the things that I'm thinking about this week. And here's to doing more of the work. And whatever that is, and the dream can change. The dream can be anything and whatever you want it to be. I think we just aren't going to get there lying to ourselves and following our actions and being like, do we actually want to make these trade-offs? And we don't. That's cool. You get to decide whoever you want to be and whatever you want to do. No one else gets to judge that, because no one else is watching. No one else cares. People that comment on things, especially negatively, they care for like 15 seconds. And after they hit that comment button, they're gone. They'll probably never come back. They're never looking back again. And at the end of the day, we're the ones who have to live with it. Did we do the things that we said we were going to do? Did we actually follow through with action, or did we not? And I know one day when I have kids, and they're looking up to me and they're telling me the dreams that they want to achieve, I want to be the parent who not only tells them that it's possible, but also shows them that it is too, because I've done it myself. So let's make a better world by doing the work that matters to us, whatever that is, because no one gets to judge that but you. Till next week, all the love, all the abundance, and let's take some action on the things that really matter.